Alright, so today we're in the 99 Crown Vic, and today what we're going to be doing is trying to figure out what's wrong with the windshield wipers. So I can show you guys what's going wrong, and then swapping the windshield wiper motor. Alright, so here's the problem. So I got the keys in, and then I turn on the wipers. Alright, so wipers work fine. So the wipers work up until the point where you turn them off, and that's where they park. So I've read around online. A lot of people are saying there's a little sensor, a park sensor with which is a little tab. And I looked at that, and you can either change that sensor plate piece with the little tab on it, or you can just change the whole motor assembly. I thought changing the whole motor assembly is a lot easier. Then I don't have to deal with figuring out what's wrong with that tab, realigning it, and all that. So I'm just going to change the whole motor assembly. So this video, I'm going to talk you guys through how to do that. Alright, so the first pieces that are going to come off are going to be this plastic piece here, and then the plastic piece over here. Those two are going to come off. The first step is probably to remove this rubber piece, this guy. So we don't need that for now. We'll put that back in. And then to get these off is just some Phillips screws. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. Alright, so I got the 3 screws off the driver's side plastic piece. There's one right here, one in the middle, right here, and then one right here. Then there's a little push piece here that I gotta pull out, and then 2 clips right here that just pull off, just like that. So there's those 2 clips, and then the push tree right here that I gotta pull out, and then this whole plastic piece starting to get loose. So yeah, I'm gonna pull out this push pin, and then I'll show you guys how to get that off. I ended up just using a little crowbar to pop them off. Made them a little easier, but they still ended up a little busted, but hopefully they'll still work. We'll see. I can go get some more. Next piece is going to be this casing here, which covers some linkage. So to get this off, there's some tabs, one off to the left, another one down towards the bottom underneath here, and another one off to the right side. So I'm going to go ahead and pull those tabs off. Screwdriver helps a little bit. Sometimes you can get them with your hand, depends on how old it is. So this one I managed to get with the screwdriver, a little bit with my hand. So as you can see, the 3 tabs, one off to the left, one at the bottom of that loop. Hopefully that'll help find them. So I got this plastic piece off, and now I'm going to show you guys. Right underneath here is the linkage. So there's a bar that connects the left one to the right one, right under here, which is this bar here. And then the motor is underneath this assembly here, and so this guy spins around, if I can do it, which then moves this linkage, and then causes the windshield wipers to go left and right as this guy spins around. So underneath here is the motor. It's held on with a couple of screws here. These 3 screw guys, and then I could start to see there was a bunch of screws holding this main plastic piece in. There was 6 of them, so there was 3 off to the right side, and then a couple more throughout. Yeah, there's 1 here, and then 2 off to the left. I also disconnected this assembly here. I don't know what this was, but it was held on, which was limiting its movement. So now I got that, and this whole main plastic piece is loose enough, so I'm hoping I can get the motor out from underneath it. So now I'm going to start undoing the motor mounts. So there's 3 bolts that run through this main piece. So these are all 10 millimeter. Yeah, 10 millimeter, so I'm going to undo that guy. Alright, so I got the old one out here. So once I undid those 3 screws that were in here, it came out like, you know, I had to lift up the whole piece, the whole plastic assembly. But once you've lifted it up, once all the screws were done, it was pretty easy. It was loose. Got it out pretty simply. On here, there was a gasket that I pulled off, and then I put it onto the new one here. So this is the new one. I glued the gasket onto some Gorilla Glue. All it does is prevent the dirt from falling down further around the through the hole. So I did that, and then now I'm gonna put the 3 screws back in and mount this back in. And remember to plug it in electrically. Alright, so I just got the 3 bolts back in that hold the motor on. So these 3. Be careful not to over tighten them, because they're actually threading themselves into the metal plate on the other side. So if you over tighten them, you'll just rip them right out, and you'll have to do this all over again. Not going to be fun. So just be gentle with it. Remember to plug in the electrical. I'm going to say that again, because if you forget that, you're screwed, because good luck getting that in. Once you get to this point, I strongly suggest you test the motor. That way you know that it's actually working before you get everything else screwed back in. So now we're going to start putting in the main plastic piece here, which is the 6 big 10 millimeters that I showed you before. Alright, so I got the main plastic piece back in. Everything else is still kind of loose, as you can see here. You got to make sure these are all the way in park before you can attach the arm back on with its little clip. And then I put this cover back on with just its little clips. Make sure you get everything lined up underneath certain pieces that need to be underneath them. And then I reattached this guy here that I undid with these 2, I believe they're 8 millimeters. So I reattached that guy. So now I'm going to redo the 2 clips that hold this piece in, and then the Phillips screws that go along the top, along with the plastic tree nuts as well. So I'm going to do that right now. Alright, so I just finished up putting in all those Phillips screws up along the top. There were 6 of them, and you got to remember the one on the far left is actually not on the top. It's down a little bit, right there, rather than up on the top like all the other ones are. And then I put the weather stripping piece back in, this guy here, and then that's it. So in this video we covered how to switch the windshield wiper motor, this guy here. Swapped it to a new one because we were running into the problem where the windshield wipers would get stuck and top dead center of the windshield when you switch it to park. There are some other videos of people who try to change the sensors and the wind latch and things like that. I prefer this method. It's a lot easier than trying to clean the wind latch, swapping it on the motor and stuff. So this was simpler, so we went with that method. And then just remember, you can get a core charge on this, so it's $15 core charge, so remember to take it back and get your money back. Other than that, it's all buttoned up like that. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments, put them in the comments. Questions, let me know. Please like, and yeah, thank you.